Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about Sword Art Online Alicization number 2. And the reason why I'm going to talk about this is because I've been going through this whole thing about taking a look back at past sets. And I'm on that phase of this set, which came out on November 5th, 2021. What I'm going to use here is Union Arena because it had a little bit of news on the English side. It is coming out on that side. And I thought to myself, what does this mean for Sword Art Online Alicization Volume number 2? And what I mean by that is when you scroll down here and just take a look at these fine cards, missing signatures, but have serial numbers, we all know that the SPs on here, yeah, they're not the same and they're kind of expensive depending on if they have serial numbers or not. And I would say expensive is kind of in the beholder's eyes because you're just going to scroll through here. It's kind of the same background going on. By the way, channel members, I made a video for you. It's kind of really long, but a lot of good stuff in it. Now, if you take a look here on TCGPLAYER, right, you can go on eBay, you can go on different places, you can find comps for all these cards. But as we know, people put prices out here, and you could say whatever you want. You could say they're too high, and I obviously believe they're too high. $19,999.98 on Yu-Gi-Oh! No shipping on there. It's free. I just wanted to see the shipping because that would be pretty cool to see it over 20,000. Now you have an Alice down there for 15,000 and you have Asuna for 25,000. My big problem with all of this is it would be really cool to have a card. Just imagine a card with a signature on it with a serial number. It feels like it's more worth it, right? And I know some of these cards went for high prices, but I think that's just all hype in my eyes. This is a hot take video, right? I've heard other people do hot takes. So here's another one. Here is that video because Union Arena, like I'm saying, is coming out with Sword Art Online. This is coming soon, just recently announced. If you didn't see Black Clover, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, we got One Punch Man, Demon Slayer, Kogias, and Jujutsu Kaisen coming out. Yeah, it's pretty stacked. It's an amazing sort of lineup. But if you don't know what happened on the JP side, when it came to Sword Art Online, that came out on January 26th, 2024. I just zoomed in and lost it. There it is. The volume number 2 is coming out on November 15th, 2024. If you notice, that means they skipped a whole bunch of different sets to put out Sword Art Online. Now, inside of this, as you can see right here, this booster box, what they had here were signatures, and you want to take a look at the sign cards there. Let me just, here we go. There's Kirito. Here's Asuna. These are all very lovely. Where's my Liva? There she is. Yeah, really cool. Yuki. So now that I showed you that, I'm going to just show you this down here below because they had serial numbers as well. Limited action point card campaign. And what was on here was signatures by the two voice actresses for Kirito and Asuna, and they have serial numbers from 1 to 25. So if you just take a look here, you just imagine this with that. You can go out on eBay and find some fake ones for like $100 if you really want to. But there were signatures, there was serial numbers on here, but there was 25 of them. Going back over here to, let's say, Weiss Schwarz, there was only 10 of them, no signatures, right? This one actually has signatures literally on there. You imagine that? If you have not seen these cards for the other sets. Like if you didn't see the Sword Art Online one, if you didn't see the 100 Girlfriend ones, if you didn't see all these other ones, they look pretty nice. And I will say pretty expensive. So I think to myself, I go back here and I go, if this comes out to English, as it is, we don't know yet if they're going to do action, right? You can't click on this thing. You can't do that. If there are serial numbers on there, if there are signatures on it, what happens to these? Is it very can you really say that this thing is 25,000? Is this 15,000? Is this I couldn't even say that without laughing. Is this Yu-Gi-Oh $20,000? I rounded up. I mean 20,000 sounds pretty cool. Going with 20,000. So Yu-Gi-Oh, is he really worth $20,000 when potentially you could have, something like this with a hand signature on there, with a serial number on there, even if it's not a hand signature. Just imagine like just a signature, whatever. That's a little bit better. But now that you're fighting the war of serial numbers on cards with popular characters and IPs, what happens to the Weiss Schwarz versions? that don't have signatures on it, that feels kind of meaningless to me in a way. Just it's not going to be good. They also, like I said, have Sword Art Online 2 coming out for Union Arena on the JP side, which obviously I imagine would come out for the English side eventually, seeing as they hurried up and put it out on the English side. So this comes out on November 15th, 2024. You can take a look at the awesome signature cards here. Take a look at that. Here's my Lifa. Of course, I love Lifa. And then, Yuna. I'm a huge Yuna fan. God rest the soul of the voice actress. And then we have, as you can see here, what they have is the Action Point card campaign, serial number included. It is planned to be autographed by the cast members. So there it is. Oh man, these are gonna be freaking nice. I love that Xenon. That one's pretty cool. Now, you can imagine what happened here on Union Arena. Very expensive when it came to the Asuna 3-star right here, 248,000. Kirito 39,800. No love for the dude. I mean, that's just how it is, right? But you can see the prices on these are pretty expensive. That is kind of like your preview for what's going to happen on the English side for Union Arena. Let me just go back over here because there it is. Alrighty. Very nice, very nice. I can't wait to see when this one comes out. It's gonna be really cool. Union Arena has been a lot of fun so far, but just a little food for thought. When you think about serial numbers, what's going to happen to this set? What is going to happen with the sealed for this set? This is a very interesting look that I had with the channel members there. So you can see right here, $850 for a case. And then $40 currently for a booster box. But if you scroll down, it goes to 52. So even though it's 40, you can just see it go up from there, okay? The other thought that I had in my mind when I was talking about this is what happens to these when they're all found, and how do you figure that out? That's a big question, and I'll leave you to decide on that one. But as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, or feel free to reach me of any of the places in my description. I am on a cruise, so this is the last video you are going to see until a week from now. But as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.